Good afternoon, comic book fans. I'm just going to jump right in. So, Amazing Spider-Man. I like this cover a lot. I don't understand. The art in here kind of reminds me of John Romita Jr. It's okay, but like what is Humberto Ramos doing? I don't understand why Marvel wouldn't have some really like amazing artists working on this. I just don't get it. One of their flagship titles. So yeah, like the cover, but not really feeling, especially with the introduction of Doc Ock. I thought that could have been done much better. Too big a character to introduce in the way they did, in my opinion. I do appreciate that the advertisements, like this stuff, is sort of like down and out of the way, but still, I have not been blown away by what Marvel's been doing with this. Hopefully, it'll get better. I love the fact that Doc Ock is back, and the Jackal's a great character too. So we'll see where it goes. I'm digging this story. Speaking of John Romita Jr., the art's good, the action is sensational. I definitely recommend picking this up. This is an older issue of Bone. I'm trying to collect them all. I got a long ways to go, but I love Bone. So when I see the old ones for cheap, I always pick them up. I have read the story. Just I don't have a lot of the comics. Nothing really special about this, just an old issue of Daredevil. This is 338. Detective Comics 939. I am liking what's going on in Detective Comics right now. Art's really good, story's decent. This is sort of building up to Night of the Monster Men. I thought Night of the Monster Men was pretty good. I do wish how... I get how, this is part 3, and then I think the next one is part 6, and I figure they correspond to Batman. I just wish that, like, when you do stuff like this, I get that they're trying to sell more comics, so they want readers to piece it together. But give me one cohesive story. I mean, if I'm going to be reading Detective consistently, it would really be nice if the story really was seamless in Detective. Feel free to tie it into other stuff, and you can do tangent stories, which I think is cool, but it's a little bit frustrating for me. That being said, the art and the writing in Detective has been phenomenal. I'm definitely going to keep reading. Like that cover. This may be a variant cover, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure, but it may be. This was cool. I didn't pay $6 for this. I just reused a back and board. This comic is published by Floating World Comics. I had the chance to go there. It's located in Portland, Oregon. It's a really cool comic store, by the way. Just great stuff. I don't even know how to describe it. Big comics, small comics, indie stuff, local stuff. It's sort of, it has the feel of like, this is a legit comic book store. That probably doesn't make any sense, but it's a great store. I saw that this was published by them. This came to my local store and went on sale, so I got it. Pretty cool. Essentially, they're reprints of Golden Age stuff, maybe some Silver Age stuff, and the dialogue is completely replaced. And in the place of the original dialogue, you have this weird, postmodern, funny, existential dialogue. That's the best way I can put it. It's fun. I mean, I certainly couldn't read it all. It's thick too. It's got to be like 100 pages. I couldn't read it all in one sitting, but there's some funny stories for sure, and it's good. Lobo. This is pretty good. This is from October 94, the beginning of tomorrow. This was awesome. I believe this reprints Fantastic Four. I think it's either 44 or 45. The first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus. It's a great story. It really is a phenomenal story. I think Stan Lee gets kind of a bad rap. I don't exactly know why that is, but he did a phenomenal job writing this. Yeah, it's a great story. I always appreciate these Marvel's Greatest. They're reprints, but they're pretty awesome. Finally got my hands on a Monstrous issue 1 first print. I'm very happy about this. I got the dollar one. That's the one I read. I'm looking for number 2. But I was very, very happy to get this. I predict this is going to go up in value. The only issue with this is there's like a tiny tick somewhere on the spine. Yeah, right about there on the spine. I don't know if you can see that. But I like this book a lot. Like I say, I predict this is going to go up. Just quality stuff. And yeah, we'll see. Reborn, issue 1. So I was blown away. I mean, it's art by Greg Capullo from Spawn and a million other things in Detective Comics sometimes. Pretty cool story, Mark Millar. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. I'm going to keep buying this. It was fun. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a fun story so far. This is issue 1. This was good. I was surprised with how great the art was in here. I forget the name of the artist, but it's kind of like when artists draw Medusa, when they really like let the hair go and it's kind of fluid. That's kind of what that was like. I have seen this comic before in 50-cent bins. It's worth picking up. I'm not a huge Red Sonja fan or Conan fan, but it was a good read. Secret Weapons number 1. This was cool. A lot of the characters from Valiant, getting together and doing some stuff. It was cool. If you're a Valiant fan, I would definitely get it. There's some good stuff. Spawn, number 50. What to say? I am working on getting a lot of the black and white sketch variants, a lot of the Spawn books. I used to have the trades, and I got rid of them, and now I'm trying to collect the comics again. It's a little weird to be going backwards like that, but it's fun. And the black and white sketch variants, man, some of them are so expensive. Oh, maybe you'll notice too, I've started using Mylights, the Mylar bags for some of the books I care about a little bit more. So, and I've been impressed so far. I've been using silver boards and these Mylight bags. They're cool. I really like them. Spider-Man Maximum Clonage Omega. I feel like the art reminds me of McFarlane, but it's not McFarlane. The cover's pretty cool. This is a wraparound cover, but I can't really recommend this book. It's fun, but nothing that special in my opinion. This is definitely special though. Tokyo Ghost. This is issue 9. I hope it doesn't end. It looks like this is close to the end. Man, I hope this goes on. It's such a great story. Rick Remender does a phenomenal job, and the art is gorgeous. Read Tokyo Ghost. Lastly, we got some Transmetropolitan stuff. Spider Jerusalem. I've read these in trade, but I'm picking up the comics here and there. It's a fun read. Some of it can be a little depressing, a little dark, but that's life, right? And that'll do it. I do appreciate you guys tuning in, and read some comics.